This event today, it's about launching a community studio that we have established in this center, that we want everyone to know about the studio, what it does or what it will do for the community, and how it will contribute to our local communities. As well, on top of that, we will have a presentation from our partnering organizations, those who have organized the studio, those who will run the studio. So basically, we are 3 organizations who run this center. So basically, at this center, we call it a community hub. So we provide different services. Obviously, different organizations provide different services. So we basically give community services. Under it, there's an advice and guidance. There's a lot of other support that we provide local communities. I mean, translation, email writing for those who do not have English or digital skills.
So the first thing that we do is we do a boys youth club every Tuesday in this room, in this center. It's just a safe space for the young boys to come and partake in the activities, to give them a place where they can have conversations. Another thing that we do is the girls' book club on Saturdays. Same situation, we're providing a safe environment where they can come and discuss with their friends, and a little bit of an incentive as well for those who attend. And across the year, we do various different workshops. And the focus for us for the past 2-3 years has been mental health. So the workshops are revolved around that. We also do one-on-one counseling sessions for those that really need it, for those that come through our system, our referral system. Alongside that, we do group counseling for those that also need it, again, that come through our referral system. So every activity that we do is always going to be mental health related. You don't have to be suffering from it, but we're trying to raise awareness for it, especially after the lockdown that we faced, COVID-19. So going forward, the plan is specifically for the media room, again, providing a safe environment for the young people and also the older lot that want to come and discuss topics that they don't necessarily feel conversing outside in the world. So we're going to start off initially by doing podcasting. I don't know who's interested in podcasting, but that's something that's going to be available to you guys. And then from there, we're going to continue and do some stuff on videography. And after that, photography and everything that comes in between it. So editing, recording, everything that has to do with media in general. Yeah, I think that's it really. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me.
But I'm pleased to say that we're joined by Councillor Ibrahim Ali. And from Haringey, me and Ibrahim have known each other since 2011. So I don't know if some people in this room were even born, but this friendship has been long running. And I'm so happy to be here today. And the reason I'm happy to be here today is because, wallahi, just yesterday someone asked me and said, why did you become a councillor? And we had to write it down. I was like an iyal, I was writing these things down. And someone said, why did you become a councillor? Thank you to Galbor, Rafiki and Al Abrar for telling me that I was speaking. That's a joke, I didn't. And what I said to them was, the reason I got into politics is because politics did not reflect me and my community. I remember growing up, I grew up in Islington, I'm just off the road of Finsbury Park Mosque, and it was very hard to come across Muslim politicians. More so, when you found Muslim politicians, they didn't really look like me, they were often of South Asian heritage. And so having someone who is unapologetically Muslim, unapologetically black, unapologetically Somali, unapologetically working class, unapologetically funny at times as well, I was very aware of the fact that there was a leadership role on my shoulders. I've always been interested in politics. So when Umar was going through his presentation and was talking about your voice, every single person has a voice. But often in society, especially in the society that we live in, people don't want to hear your voice because your voice is quite uncomfortable for what is quite normative. We live in a very much what I call a predominantly white society, a predominantly non-Muslim society. So often when you talk about things like hijab or praying or the importance of Black Lives Mattering, that can make people quite uncomfortable. So people don't want to hear your voice. So there are people who are deliberately not heard or willfully ignored. And that's why it's so important that when you spoke about this community space where every single one of you have a story to tell, every single person. This idea that some people's stories are not important, your voice is important. And one thing I will always say to you is, if you don't speak up, people will speak for you. I've been in a number of spaces, and I'm sure Ibrahim has been there, where someone will talk about the Muslim community. Well, you're not Muslim, why are you talking for us? You know what I mean? And I realized that if I'm not in that space where I can talk about being Muslim, someone will talk for you. And wallahi, I've been in so many spaces where people want to talk for the Black community, for the Muslim community, this and that, and they're not from these communities. Can you imagine men talking for women about your provisions and the things that you need? But if you're not in there and you're not using your voice, someone else will be speaking for you. And so that's why it's so important that these sort of initiatives are there, where your voice is heard, because your voice matters. And the one thing I will leave you with is it goes back to politics and my essence. Because if you don't do politics, politics will do you. Either way, politics is happening. So either you work with the politics and you will make sure it works in your favor, or politics will do you. And trust me, politics will do you down because of the very nature and the essence of the identities that we hold. Many of the people in this room hold intersectional identities. Politics will do you down. So it's important that your voice is heard and you always, always, always take the opportunity. So if you ever come across a microphone, sometimes you come across two, make sure you take it and make sure you say the best damn things that you can, okay? Thank you.
My name is Muna. As you, I live in Islington all my life.
MashaAllah.
I grew up here. I grew up in Saudi Arabia as well. Since I started with the community, Al Brother Foundation in America now, we got our own air care company, which is just right through that door. We're here to help people, especially the people that don't have no voice, Somali ladies, Somali men as well. To open my business in the beginning was very hard, very difficult. As you're a female, it's not easy at all. Resources as well, it's very difficult as well. People look at you different. They don't want to hear your voice. They don't want to. Certain community think it's just about money, but it's not all about money. It's about caring, looking after people, the people that can't talk, people that, as a community, we just live in a house. We don't want to do anything. We don't want to come out. As my friend, my partner here, she does shah and shake up, which is like a tea and talk.
Yeah.